The views and opinions expressed in this program are entirely the responsibility of the producer, Michael P. Gleason. Ergo, don't waste your time bothering the studio, if you get pissed off about the information being presented and discussed. This installment of the Ninth Floor will provide visual images of the criminals who attempted to perpetrate a fraud, for monetary gain, on the city of Chicago, by falsely accusing me, and using a 4-year-old, Latino female child, to pretend to be the victim of a sex crime that never took place. Yes. Parents should watch this program with their children so as to better protect them from the criminals who work at Chicago Public Schools Office of Administrative Hearings, formerly Office of Employee Engagement.
So, Mayor Johnson, this Chicago Public Schools Inspector General is very, very serious about not investigating my case, which is in direct violation of their mission statement, which states, the Inspector General strives to ensure integrity in the operations of Chicago Public Schools by conducting meaningful, accurate, and thorough investigations into allegations of waste, fraud, and financial mismanagement and employee misconduct. And now, the part you need to really pay attention to, Mayor Lori Lightfoot, are the actions that took place by your appointed officials in the office of Chicago Public Schools Inspector General, Director Will Fletcher, and Deputy Director Philip Wackeneck, and the former Director of the Office of Employee Engagement, Mary Ernesti. I don't know where she works now. Perhaps she saw episode 3 of The Ninth Floor and decided, I gotta get the hell out of here. This is getting too intense. Maybe she found a new job, I don't know. And know this, you people, there will be a special investigation. If I have to take this to the Illinois Supreme Court, there is going to be a reckoning. I will be restored. So now, we will cover an epistolatory version demonstrating how the Chicago Public Schools Office of the Inspector General is covering up the crime that was committed against me and the daughter of parent Diana Feliciano. You see, that child is also being victimized here. She was only 4 years old. She didn't have the ability to say, Mom, I don't want to do this. Mom, I don't want to participate in this. Mom, I think this is wrong. I don't think we should be doing this, Mommy. She just went along with what her mother said. And her mother and the rest of these criminals used that 4-year-old child so that they could charge me, sue Chicago Board of Education for the damages that I caused to this child, collect a settlement, a monetary settlement, then the criminals split the money amongst themselves, and then Michael has to go to prison, a skinny, gay child molester, or at least someone who's charged like that. And if he survives prison for the rest of his life, has to register as a sex offender. Mayor Lightfoot, this is no joke. This is serious. These people attempted to send me to prison. I was actually lynched twice. I had a job at a charter school. You might say, hey, try the charter schools. So I did. and I spent a year there. Everything was fine. Do you know I'd actually forgot about this case? And then Nick Schuler, Inspector General, finds out, oh, ran off the plantation, did you? Okay, fire him again. And that's where I really lost it. I come across this interesting website. It says if you are on the do not hire list, as I am, there's a way for you to appeal that. I said, well, hey, how about that? There's a chance. Okay. So I follow the steps and I submit not just a letter, but I submit a 21-page dissertation explaining in detail the falsity of the charges that were brought to me. Mary Nesty, who has now by this time been promoted to director of employee engagement, reads this and says, oh shit, it's him again. Now, I can't prove it. This is what she says. Thank you for all the time and all the supporting information you gave us, blah, 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 blah. Screw you, nigger. You are still on the do not hire list. So I am not satisfied with this. I'm going to the Inspector General. Unfortunately, I can't copy and paste what I sent to them because the website is designed that way. So I appealed directly to the Chicago Public Schools Inspector General. That's Will Fletcher and Philip Wageneck and his ilk. I even make a personal visit down there and spend about an hour and a half down there going over documents. Now, pay attention, Lori Lightfoot. I make a complaint against the Office of Employee Engagement. I make a complaint to the Inspector General against the Office of Employee Engagement. My mail. Dear Mr. Gleason, I am in receipt of your May 3rd, 2019 request to remove the do not hire designation from your personal file. I didn't send you a request on May 3rd, 2019. I sent mine a year ago. Please be advised that on September 21st, 2018, that was my original, the committee issued its decision denying your initial request. Pursuant to the procedures of removal of DCH designation, only one petition every 2 years shall be considered. Therefore, the May 3rd, 2019 petition will not be considered by the committee. But I didn't send you a May 3rd request. This is when it gets to be epistolatory. Ms. Nesty, why are you continuously sending me these unsolicited letters? I did not make any request to you on May 3rd, 2019. Did you use the position of your office to intercept and or obtain a correspondence I sent to a third party? Do you deny that you obtained a correspondence from a third party concerning my appeal denial? I did not send your office a request dated May 3rd requesting my removal from the do not hire list. The request I submitted was denied on September 21st, 2018. Mary Ann Nesty responds. See how it's epistolatory? Dear Mr. Gleason, Mayor Lightfoot, proof of the cover-up. Proof of the cover-up. Pay attention. Dear Mr. Gleason, the Office of Employee Engagement received your October 12th letter, 2019 letter regarding the May 23rd, 2019 do not hire petition decision letter sent to you. Here's the cover-up, Mayor. You contacted the Office of the Inspector General. Did I not call it? She intercepted a third party. I sent it to somebody else. How did she get it? You contacted the Office of Inspector General in May 2019 contesting your termination and do not hire and asking that your name be cleared, which was forwarded to our office and processed as a do not hire removal petition. You intercepted my letter. That means the Inspector General took the letter I sent them and sent it to the people I was complaining about. This is happening on your watch, Mayor Lightfoot. What? I respond. Dear Ms. Anesti, in a letter I received from you dated January 7th, in this letter attached, you stated the Office of Employee Engagement received your letter October 12, 2019, blah, 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 and requested a petition decision letter sent to you. You contacted the office, that's me, contacted the Office of the Inspector General. It is not clear what contact I sent to the Office of the Inspector General that was forwarded to you to be processed as a do not hire removal petition. Please send me a copy of this alleged contesting of your termination and do not hire to be processed by you. Letter, contact me at the following address. They're playing games, Mayor Lightfoot. This is a cover-up. It's called delay, deflect, misdirect. Mayor Lightfoot, I think by this time these people are actually playing games, having fun, and laughing about the whole thing. Now listen to the stones on these people. This is from somebody named Adina Janasic from the Office of the Inspector General. And at the bottom it says Office of Inspector General. And I don't know who Mr. Nelson is, but this is what was sent, returned. So I complained to the Office of Inspector General. They take my complaint and they send it back to the Office of Employee Engagement. Dear Mr. Nelson, the Office of Inspector General has received a complaint that is being referred to you via this email. The OIG will not be conducting an investigation into this matter, which is being forwarded to you for whatever action you deem necessary or appropriate. These are your appointees, Mayor Lightfoot. I have a complaint against employee engagement. I complained to the Office of the Inspector General. They take my complaint and send it right back to the Office of Employee Engagement and put them on notice. Hey, y'all, that nigger you fired about back in 2012, he's back again. Y'all better do something about this. But then to show you that these people really don't care, they're going to reach down, grab their meat, and say, listen to this, boy. Proof that this is a cover-up. Gleason provided numerous supporting documents, including the CPS Investigative Memorandum, file number 5714, appeal to the Board of Education. Listen to this, Mayor Lightfoot. The DCFS later, which found the report to be unfounded. Everybody in this office knows that I didn't do this crime. They have the evidence in their hands, and they grab their meat and say, yeah, we got that letter. We know what it says. It says the charges are unfounded. You know what they did back in slavery times? They found a free black man and said, oh, you come with us, boy. They said, no, I'm free. And these are my papers. These are my freedom papers, also known as papers of manumission. You know what they did with it? You're going back to the plantation, boy. Yep, that's what it says. That's what it says. DCFS. These charges are unfounded. So does their mission statement, that when somebody points out and says, fraud is taking place, I am a victim. Because of the fraud that is taking place, I have suffered. I lost my 33-year teaching career. Gone! In one day. I mean to have it back. Why won't the Inspector General investigate this case? I think I know their secret, Mayor Johnson. I cannot find this out on my own. I'm not privy to it. So I'm going to ask for a special investigator. Mayor Johnson, did the city of Chicago and/or Chicago Public Schools make a monetary cash payout to the family of El Otero, mother Diana Feliciano? Let me state that again. Did the city of Chicago and/or Chicago Public Schools make a monetary payout or cash settlement to the family, to the mother, Diana Feliciano, mother of the alleged victim L, for the alleged damages that supposedly were caused by me? Uh-oh! Did their plan work? Did they get that money? They exploited that child. Big Daddy Kane puts it another way. See, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know the song. You know the song. It ain't easy. You all might have thought it was easy, but listen to Big Daddy Kane and he'll explain. It ain't easy. You exploited that child. All of these people, Mayor Johnson, not just the mother. My investigator, my union representative, Antoinette Barnes, friend of yours, Mayor Johnson. Tom Krieger, adjudicator, and teacher assistant Doris Jimenez. Did they get that money? Because if so, these people are looking at prison time. Forget about losing their jobs, getting fired. These people perpetrated fraud and used a 4-year-old Latino female child to do it. Diana Feliciano, I don't know what kind of situation you were in that you would volunteer your child and allow these vultures to make up these lies and make her the victim of a sex crime that never took place, and you went along with it. You volunteered your own child. How many other substitutes, teachers, have had their careers and lives destroyed in this manner? We know at the time that this was taking place, Barbara Bird Bennett was stealing $22 million during the strike. $22 million. And she did her 4 years for it. Everybody down at 42 West Madison felt that they could commit any crime they wanted. Well, it was at 125 South Clark, but that's academic. The atmosphere was rife with corruption and opportunity. Everybody was out to get over. I'm not making this up. Nor do I have any intentions of stopping until I am fully restored. Did the city make a payout to that family? I hope I find out that they did. You remember a couple of years ago, there was this very popular actor on a very popular TV show, Jussie Smollett. He perpetrated a fraud on Chicago. What was the response from Chicago? Chicago wants their $100,000 from Jussie Smollett. Dan Webb was all over that. And rightfully so. What Jussie Smollett did was reprehensible. He misused police power. Police wasted their time from investigating real crimes. It was a 100% fabrication. Guess what, Mayor Johnson? This is a 100% fabrication. There's one big difference between this and the Smollett case. Jussie used himself as a victim. Jussie said, I was attacked. I was beat up. I had a noose put around my neck. These weasels used a 4-year-old Latino girl. This goes beyond. Does this qualify as child sex trafficking? It says so right here. Front page of investigative memorandum. Subject, Michael Gleason. Type of incident, sexual harassment. I didn't write this. Morella Salvario wrote this. She made it sexual harassment. So I asked, does that qualify as child sex trafficking, to use a 4-year-old child as bait, as a pretend victim of a crime that never took place? Think about the damage you caused to this child. You had this child actualize this. Honey, when the lady from the company comes to talk to you, this is what you're going to say. You have permanently damaged this child. It is clear and obvious. This mother did not make these statements. You hear that, Diana? So, Ms. Feliciano, if Norellis Olivaria made up and composed this whole report, and you did not make these statements, you did not commit perjury. You have a chance to avoid prison. If you did make these statements, you committed perjury. I don't believe you made these statements. I almost know for a fact that your daughter did not make these statements. And here's the proof. How do you catch a spy? Observe from episode 3. Now this is very important. How do you catch a spy? You're engaged in warfare, and every time you try to make a move, the enemy's waiting for you. That means somewhere in your organization or somewhere in your army is a spy who's giving information to the enemy. How do you catch that spy? You probably already know the answer. They do it on detective shows all the time. You give that spy, your suspect, one specific piece of information. And if that information comes up again, you have your spy. Now, this is what I told Norellis Olivaria. I don't know how close I was to the door when children use the bathroom. However, there were several times throughout the day when children knocked down the privacy curtain. The privacy curtain hangs in the doorway. Mother stated that she walked into the classroom to find Elle inside the single-stall bathroom with her pants down and Mr. Gleason standing at the doorway of the bathroom, peeking through the hinge of the door and the frame. Mom says pants are down. So, we're going to do it just like they do in the psychiatrist's office, okay? She said she walked in there and the child's pants were down. Down go the pants. Now, we're going to drop down to paragraph 6. This is the child's testimony. On the date of the incident, she was praying for dismissal. She needed to use the bathroom. Stated while using the bathroom, the curtain which hangs for privacy fell over and Mr. Gleason walked over, picked it up, and stood in the bathroom watching her as she sat with her pants down, and then she stood up to pull her pants up. So, according to the daughter, up go the pants. That's the daughter's testimony. The daughter said she pulled up her pants. Mother says she walks in here. First of all, how can you see past this wall and tell if the daughter's pants are up or down? That's interesting. Here's the daughter in here. She walks in and she sees Mr. Gleason looking through the stall. So did she walk around me and then come around here? And where did Mr. Gleason go? Mother said the child's pants were down. But you just heard me read. 2 paragraphs later, the child says, I pulled my pants up. So which one is it? Was the child's pants up or down? Or did the child pull her pants up, and then I went to look at it over here, and then she went back over and pulled her pants down again? Norellis Olivaria, you could not write your way out of a middle school essay assignment. Your writing sucks. And you graduated from DePaul University? My goodness, DePaul. That's the best you can do, Norellis Olivaria? Does the word continuity mean anything to you, Norellis Olivaria, investigator, now Cook County Sheriff Deputy? A little while ago, I asked you, how do you catch a spy? You give them one piece of information that you do not give to anybody else. I volunteered that information when you asked me how close was I standing to the doors. Children, plural, used the bathroom. I told you I don't know, so that's a half-truth. And then I explained that there were times when children knocked down the curtain and I helped them pick it up. Then you, Norellis, took the information that I gave you about the curtain falling and you put it in the mouth of that 4-year-old child. You are busted, Norellis Olivaria. I volunteered that information about curtains falling. And then you take it and said, okay. And you kept repeating it throughout this. I never told anybody else anything about a falling curtain. The child was not in that room. That child did not stay behind to use the bathroom. I did not stay behind to escort her to the bathroom, and no parent came in there. Yet, how did the child know to say the curtain fall down? It was you, Norellis,